Yeah. Oh man, I haven't talked that long in a while. It hurts my. Oh. Oh, hello there. You want to sit in on this? All right, no worries. You just hang out, I guess. I can use the company. All right, so, uh, what do you think? Door to the left or door to the right? Door to the left it is. You know, I probably should have seen that coming. On we go. Oh, that door doesn't open. Don't even give me the option. Weird. Wait, where am I? Room 52. That's not right. Oh boy. Something's wrong. Something's very wrong. Nope, don't want to go that way. Oh, right. I need to make a correction from last time. There's a spider peed. I said before that specimen 4, I think the Silent Hill one with the big knife. I said that specimen would appear if you idle for too long in a room. That was incorrect. It's not actually that specimen. It's a different one that we won't be seeing for a long time. Because I'm sure not waiting around for him. Not waiting around for these guys either. Wait, what? I did this room. Cannot release twice. Exit through express. Oh. Okay. Well, hey, we got an express tunnel out of here. I'm down with that. And we're back to the 500s. Very good. Glad to see that Spooky came to her senses. Oh, jeez. You don't even hear his music. Yeah. How you doing, Ben? You having a good time? I'm not. Specifically because you are here. Oh, I guess it is worth noting I should talk about why his name is Ben, as opposed to just calling him that and saying nothing about it. For those of you who are too young to remember, he's based off of a creepypasta called Ben Drowned, which I don't know the specifics about the creepypasta, but I know it's a Majora's Mask one, where basically in the game you get this song that creates a statue copy of whatever mask you're wearing. Goron, was it Ruto? I want to say it was a Ruto. And Deku Scrub, or Link. The one for Link is terrifying because they just gave it Miyamoto's face, but on his polygonal, tiny blonde boy body. So in Ben Drowned, the basic creepypasta is that Link statue will just follow you around whenever you're not looking. And supposedly it was because I went in the wrong room. It was because the kid who owned the Majora's Mask cart previously drowned and is haunting the cartridge. And you know, all that good creepypasta stuff. Maybe I'm out of the loop, but you don't really see creepypastas anymore. Like, I mean, unless you count Petscop, which I guess you can. Ah! Oh! Oh, that actually got me. But no, Petscop is probably the closest we ever got. And I think that was trying to be, rather than just a game that got one up. Ooh, another note. I think this is my last note. I'm going to die having never found my escape. But really, that's not true. This place was like my escape from everything else. In the end, my death is kind of romantic. That note has come in super late. I don't think it's supposed to... Because, like, I remember that guy dying way earlier in the game in previous runs. But, I mean, that's the nature of randomness. Good old RNG. But yeah, Ben drowned. And, of course, in the backstory for good old puppet maker here, puppet salesman, is that he drowned going after his puppets. So yeah, obvious is obvious. So I'm over there? No, wait. Here? Oh, wait, no. Not that room. I'm somewhere. Definitely somewhere. Oh, I am somewhere. Huh. You know, this doesn't look like inside anything. There a note around here? Oh, yep, here we go. For a while, I thought I had really escaped this place, but despite the trees and the flora, I think this is actually just another room. I did, however, find deer, so I might at least get to eat. They make some strange sounds, though. Yeah, deer are a lot weirder than you expect. Hey, buddy. Yeah, no, if you've never actually heard a deer... Ooh. I don't think that guy got very far. I don't know what they are. Those are definitely not deer. I tried sneaking up on one the other day to kill for food, but it saw me as soon as I got close. I was barely able to get away from the thing. I've managed to board up most of them. Hopefully I can find another way out of here. You can't. But if you've actually seen a deer in real life, A, they can stand, like on two legs when they want, and they look real funky. There are actually some really interesting, just, what are they called? Cryptids based on deer. Just called not deer or off deer or that sort of thing. Where it's just, from a distance, it really looks like a deer. But you get in close, and it's very much not. See, so you get in close, and you see that they have teeth, and will eat you if given the chance. This room is not a forest. This room is something about as old, though. Those were the violent deer. They do about 20 damage. They aren't a big deal. With your new axe, you can kill them if you want. Hey. I'm just gonna leave. You do you, Wolfgang. I'm not seeing any notes. The deer, however, are not the specimen. They're just little extra entities. He's the specimen. That is Deer Lord. Let me get the door. He gets up real close. If he touches you, you will get hallucinations, but he'll also do 30 damage to you. The dude sucks. He is, well, he doesn't suck. That's a misnomer. He's another one of those ethereal ghost-like enemies who can fly over pits and through walls, which is why he has that dark green around him, so you can see him coming through a wall. He also says a lot of terrible things, which, if I set the audio right, thanks a lot for that, Tommy, you should be hearing now. His basic deal is that those deer you passed by were his children, and he would very much like for you to be their next snack. Aside from that, though, in terms of pure inspiration, the idea seems to be that he comes from two separate sources of inspiration. One is the Wendigo from Native American mythology, who are basically these previous humans who fell to cannibalism and now wander the earth as frozen, wispy deer men, who, notably, can travel on the wind as, flat as sheets of paper. So him going through walls is actually accurate to the lore he's based on. He's also based on the beast from Over the Garden Wall, which I admittedly see less of than the Wendigo, but his lines do read very similar to the Wendigo's lines. He just doesn't have a rad operatic voice. Well, I don't know, maybe he does. I've never seen him sing. Aside from that, though, the only other notable thing about him, honor the brain, check for notes, is that he's actually cameoed in another one of Akuma Kira's games called... Oh, fuck! I turned to look at my notes for a second. The other game is called Lost in Viva. It's another horror game that the creator of this made. And good old Deer Lord is in there. Ben's not. You know why Ben's not? Because Ben's not a team player. Ben over here would steal the entire show and stab your eyes out. Because that's what Ben is like. Don't be like Ben. Ben is an asshole. I ran into the dead end. Oh, barely made that. Okay. I need to look just for a second. Go away. Nobody likes you. Nobody here, anyway. Does anyone here like him? Okay, you don't know him. You don't know Ben like I do. Ben's not a great guy. Plus, I'm not certain, but it doesn't look like you have eyes to stab. God, you are still here. Just back it on up. Okay, he's done. Ben has gone away. He saw the acid and was reminded of drowning, and he left. Works for me. Good old puppet PTSD. There's nothing in these cages, by the way. Nothing important, really. You'll occasionally see... the romantic man. Well, you made it a real good ways. I don't... What do you think about this? Yeah, I agree. It's not nearly romantic enough. I would take your hat, but your sprite automatically rotates around me, so I can't reach it. Alright. Got much more wooden tile set this time around. Nothing super spectacular, honestly. Stump? Ooh! Now that we have the axe. Yeah! Makes a little farting sound. Yeah, the axe, the axe is kind of useful. It has its drawback, which is to say, anytime you have it, you have to be close to things in order to hit them with it. And that sucks, because that means you have to get close to them. And pretty much anything you're close to can hit you because it is moving. Oh, what's up, boy? You used to be able to hit him, actually, in the old version of the game. 6:10, huh? Doing it this early, huh? Who am I kidding? It's always this early. So, Dear Lord, real quick note about him. He is Specimen 8, obviously. The one that came before him was Specimen 7. Where we are now is the residence of Specimen 10. What happened to Specimen 9, you may wonder? Well, we'll get to him. This old place is somehow even worse than the new GL labs. Although it seems to have been constructed with a much larger budget than the new lab, nothing works quite right. I can see why it was abandoned so quickly. I wonder if there really is anything here worth salvaging. So this place, clearly, much more sci-fi than anywhere else in the game, really. You may notice something of a... well, it's got some alien vibes. The facility is quite odd. Some of the equipment doesn't seem quite right, almost as if it were designed for people without hands. Also, I'm not sure if it's just faulty electronics, but the power keeps fluctuating and weird noises are coming from the air ducts. It's also very loud in here. Oh no. Well, we have one option. Use your axe to cut through things. But that doesn't look like cement. Ooh. It ran away. Spooky just said that there were things we needed to salvage from this place. I'm starting to worry that a loose specimen may be included in the list of things for us to retrieve. The power just shut off again. Is everything broken in here? Well, there was a specimen, as a matter of fact. But it's not the one you'll be getting back. I don't know what to do. I can't think well. I feel strange. I'm hiding from that thing. I feel like something is growing on my skin. I can't seem to tear it off fast enough. I'm losing a lot of blood. You have to keep it close, because it becomes something else when it gets too far away. Something I can't outrun. Hello. Oh! You know, I saw the open, and I thought that was the door. I was incorrect. It was not the door. So there's a lot to go over there about what happened right there. First off, physical monster, can't walk through walls, can't walk through passages. But... oh, shizer. I thought this was a different room. It has, like that note said, a gimmick of speed. It can change form, basically. What you do... I'm sorry. If you walk too far away from it, you'll see those flashing lights. If you keep getting distance on it, it will transform into something worse. Something a lot faster. Like this, you can basically keep away from it, but you have to stay slow so that it doesn't transform into its much faster alternative form. So what you saw there, there was a lot to go over there. The thing in the vents is not this specimen. You saw it burst out of the vent, and then this thing popped out of its head. That was the old specimen from the original version of the game. Basically, it was just called an eel. It was another bioorganism experiment, the ultimate bioweapon, much like Spiderpede. Don't want to go that way. And it also functioned in a very similar way to Spiderpede, where it was kind of fast, but you could outrun it. Oh no. I'm sorry. Okay. It was fast, but you could outrun it, and it didn't go through anything. I think no, it couldn't fly. So it's pretty much the same monster, it just did more damage. So when they were redoing the game, basically, they decided, well, we want to do a different monster. This one's not really worth anything. Pumpkin. So they made this thing, but they made it so that it popped out of its head. And the lore behind it is that this, probably an alien. Specifically an alien parasite. Okay, it's done. That was housed inside of the old Specimen 10, gestating. It also possibly gestated inside of that generic lab assistant we were reading the notes from. Now that he's gone, I can sprint again. What am I doing? Which is how he got his human form. And from the eel, you get this fast form, where it is definitely faster than your sprinting speed, and will do the same amount of damage, 45. In terms of what it's a reference to, it's fairly obvious. It bursting out of the body of its host is very xenomorph, and it transforming like that is very the thing. The hallucination part of it, where it bites you, or you get too far away from it and you get those visions, as far as I'm aware, there are no alien creatures that do that. This place is finally starting to affect me. I've seen enough horror movies to know how to survive a simple ghost or two, but these monsters keep getting faster and stranger. Not stronger, stranger. Oh man, we got a horror movie buff, and he got pretty high up there. Like all the way up to 630? Okay, this room. Alright. It's time to talk about frickin' Hector over here. This room, A, Very obviously a reference to PT. That much is clear. The entity in it, which I'm pretty sure his name is Hector, it might be Wallace. It's one of those generic names. He can't hurt you. He just kind of jumps at you. And he doesn't even always appear. It's just a room that... Oh, okay. That shows up sometimes, and you have to deal with it. You're not in danger in it. I've never encountered a specimen inside of it, so I don't know if you can actually be in danger while you're in there. Overall, it's mostly just an annoyance, especially in endless runs. When you're trying to go through as fast as you can, you got like 4 monsters you have to deal with, and now you're looping. At the same time, though, since the 4 monsters won't follow you in, it is a nice break. Oh, this is a bad room. Ah, I thought I could make it. Oh, she's right there! Oh, I didn't realize she was still right behind me. I thought I had got some distance on her. Usually when something attacks you, it stops or it does a little cycle or something, but she was just right there. Thank goodness for damage cooldowns, right? Most enemies will have a damage cooldown of like 3 seconds. So if you get hit and you end up stopping for whatever reason, it won't attack you again for that amount, for like 3 seconds. But you know what? It's appreciated. Toast! Spooky toast! I mean, if any food item were going to be spooky, I feel like toast would be the spooky one. Because that's the thing that you get, like, Jesus patterns on. Oh! In order to survive this house, I need to keep writing notes. I must do everything a central protagonist would and hope this is one of those stories. Insert obscure horror reference that no one gets and misinterprets as instructions somehow. Hey, y'all ever see Scream? That guy's from Scream. Hey guys, do you like Scream? I don't like Scream. I never cared for Scream. It just wasn't very scary. Then again, I was never super into slasher flicks. I like Halloween. Halloween 1 and 2, but I'm also just a big John Carpenter stan. There we go. Getting higher in the floors, we're getting a lot more long rooms. Fuck! God! Why is it that these are getting me now? Well, I still haven't died, so it appears. I might be the protagonist, but I'm not entirely sure. I hope I'm not some side character that leaves notes for pointless exposition. That's why I found a strange computer that gave descriptions of the monsters, and it seems like they are called effective based on how many people they kill. Indeed they are. We encountered that earlier. Oh, this guy. His music started playing and I got confused. It is worth noting that when you're sprinting over his little slime puddles, it does actually use proportionally less stamina, so you don't lose extra when you're trying to sprint over it. So it is still making it still worth your time to just sprint over them. Long rooms. Can't even see them, so it's fine. Also, we just straight up passed room 66 and nothing spooky happened. I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed. You'd think they want to do something interesting for room 66. 6. I missed a 6 there. Oh, this is the painting hallway. Oh my gosh. We're still going. Oh. What else can I talk about? I guess it would be a good time to do another history lesson with our history buff protagonist. What would be appropriate? I mean, we are in a killer mansion. It would be appropriate to talk about the castle. Okay, Slimer's gone. The castle, I admittedly know less about than Honor the Brain, than with the story of Emperor Norton, just because it's been a longer time since I read about the castle. But the basic deal was there was this guy who was like, hey, I have money through illegitimate gains. I'm gonna make a hotel. Who is it? It's you. Always important to check what monster it is to make sure that you respond to them appropriately. Ice cream. So he builds his hotel and he calls it the castle. And it's a nice place, actually. It's very large. Like, bigger than most places. He has it built custom, and all of the construction workers mysteriously vanished afterwards. People start going in, and it's a nice place. It's expensive. They pay out the wazoo in order to get rooms there. I was afraid of that. This is gonna suck. Can I juke you? No, you stay in the center. Gotta remember this room. The guests that stay there, sometimes they just disappear. And obviously people go, okay, murders are happening. Let's go in, check it out, see what's going down. They go to the rooms, they find no evidence of a struggle. They find no blood, no anything. All of their possessions are gone. And so are they. The police don't know what's going on with it. So eventually they decide, maybe they just checked out. And not a lot comes of it. Sometimes people just disappear. Fast forward sometime later, and I forget what exactly it was that triggered the investigation, but they start looking at the castle again. Oop, nope, okay. Making sure it's a different hallway. And they start to find some different things. Secret passages in places that you would never think to look. Literally Scooby-Doo behind bookcases. It's wacky. But by going through these secret passages, they found the basement and the spaces between the wall. And there's a lot between these thick walls. Bodies just everywhere. Down in the basement, you have literally flayed corpses. The guy running the castle fled the country, obviously. Because, that's a lot of crime. That's a lot of crime that you don't want to have to deal with the punishment for. But in total, the dude murdered over 100 of his guests. Just out of fascination. He didn't have a motive, not really. He just wanted to see people die. And he saw a lot of people die. Ooh! Well, this is nice. Very bathroom wall tile. But purple. So it's automatically better. Oh ho 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 ho! We got another cat DOS room. Alright. Let's take a look at these guys. We already did 1 through 5. So, next, Specimen 6. Ben. Type active, total fatalities 193. Method, physical punctures. A wooden life-size puppet found floating in a reservoir where a town had once been. Specimen is active despite appearance and has proved very effective on subjects who disregard it or have vision impairments. Frickin' Ben, going around here stabbing the blind. That's not cool. Don't stab blind people, Ben. Specimen 7, the Demon Wall. Type active, total fatalities 93, method unknown. Even to us. For a lot of other monsters who have unknown ways of killing, we still see what happens. Not for Demon Wall. Specimen is constantly changing form and attributes depending on subject's personality, but most common form resembles a wall of moving anatomy symbols. Only effective on subjects with past trauma or a history of psychological issues. I feel personally attacked by that. You don't know my life. Specimen 8. Dear Lord. Which, yes, that is absolutely a pun. Method absorption. A floating figure that appeared in a test chamber a few years after it was filled with what was believed to be just unusually violent deer. Specimen seems to engulf subjects and absorb them into its torso region. Proved extremely effective on violent subjects. I don't know if this is necessarily true, but I've heard rumors that if you kill a lot of the deer, this thing will be way more aggressive towards you. Either being faster or doing more damage, I don't know. Another fun fact, if you look into its chest cavity, it's kind of cut off in the picture, but you might be able to see it earlier in the video when I let them get close. There are some screaming faces in there. It's a fun time. Specimen 9. This was the one that got skipped. We went straight to Specimen 10. Specimen 9. Total fatalities. 1. Take the dead, to 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 take the dead. You get the idea. That one fatality, by the way, it doesn't usually show that. It only shows the number of fatalities that you take from it. That's the number of times you have died from it ever in the game. Specifically, that video that I posted that started this whole mess, called Catwin, was a video of it killing me. Specimen 10. Type active. Total fatalities 246. Method parasitic infections. A form-changing creature that is believed to be an extraterrestrial, although it was not officially proven. Proved very effective on most subjects, but deemed too difficult to contain. The specimen broke out of its containment area due to frequent electrical malfunctions. Interestingly, this cat DOS entry changes 50% of the time. Sometimes it's for the actual specimen. Excuse me. The one that you deal with. But the other half of the time it's for the old Specimen 10. And it's the same picture. But no, I thought that was interesting. Now, let's see some spoilers. Specimen 11. Fatalities 318. Method unknown. A floating red figure that was found inside a secret area below a large abandoned corporate office, once owned by a restaurant franchise. The specimen is extremely violent and also seems to leave the house at will, despite various containment methods. Victims vanish on contact with specimen, but sometimes remains of the victim can be found inside the testing chamber days later. Proven not effective as victims' souls do not remain after contact. That is interesting. Because why would they care if the soul is still around? Specimen 12. Fatalities 58, method various. An old Victorian mansion that seems to build itself around its environment. The specimen sometimes chooses a host to possess and uses them to attack the subjects with various means depending on the host's characteristics. Not much is known about the origin of the mansion, but signs occasionally show an earlier massacre or tragedy has taken place within the mansion. Proved very effective, but varies itself too often to be a reliable method of extraction. Specimen 12 is the second worst. You'll see why later. The worst, obviously, is Ben. Hey, we just heard about Specimen 11. Why don't we talk about him? Here we are in the McDonald's. 1. I was anxious getting a job here at first, but it seems like things are getting better. This chain is really expanding, which is a shock because just last week I heard this company was going broke. Every day, more and more people show up to eat here. Something still sets me off about this place and its food, though, so I'm going to try and not eat anything from here. Locked. Now that is 100% beef. 2. Today was a weird day. The average number of orders continues to rise as it has been, but I don't know about the number of people. Today I saw someone use the drive-thru and order a lot of food for one person, and then about 18 minutes later they were back. They ordered the same exact meals, and then they left again. Then after another 18 minutes they were back again. Maybe they're just delivering food for a party or a hotel, but it worries me for some reason. Broken. 3. Well, I broke my one rule today. The management doesn't give out actual lunch breaks, so I can't go anywhere, and they won't allow outside food here. I mean, they actually screamed at the last customer who did that. Anyway, I had a burger. It wasn't bad, and I don't feel sick, so I might get a few every now and then. I mean, it is a mirror, but I appear to just be a big old white blob. Here's a key. Can't go in there. Not sure I want to. So hey, this first. 4. This is strange. I had a dream last night about this restaurant. I know I was here, but I also felt like I was in another place at the same time. Everything looked so wrong. Nothing was the right size, and I kept hearing these strange animal noises, almost like wailing. I guess I just feel guilty for eating that burger the other day. Also today, I saw that man again. The one who kept ordering every 18 minutes. This time he never even left the parking lot. He just got his meal, parked, and then got back in line. He must have done it at least 8 times before he left. Fun rules. Must be that tall. We are either a midget or they expect 6-foot tall people. No screams. Look out for snakes. Always good advice. No alcohol, no diving, no hiding. We will find you. Okay. Oh, better take off my shoes. Thought that was a no for a second. So these things. These things are the reason I'm afraid of being underground. No joke. Obviously, everyone played in these things when they were kids. If you went to a McDonald's, you saw one of these things, and you wanted in. 5. There was a horrible accident today. At least that's what the managers are calling it. One of the other employees brought in some outside food and got into a fight with the manager about it. The employee said that the burgers here smell like sulfur. I then watched the manager grab the kid's neck and shove his head onto the grill. The employee got up and ran out before anyone could do anything. And I'm told that he is fine, but that really shook me today. But anyway, every kid likes going in these things. So did I. And I tried to do it for a long time. I think it was getting bigger and bigger until eventually I started getting stuck. And I gotta tell you, there is nothing worse than being in a tight, tube-like area and getting stuck. Because you think you're gonna die. 6. I'm leaving. I fell asleep in my car today after eating one of those burgers. I remember brief flashes of a man or animal coming toward me and feeling like some huge lumbering thing was wailing from deep underground as I continued eating. When I woke up, I was fine, but it veered off the road. I don't know if it's some weird allergic reaction to a preservative they use or something much worse, but this is my last day. I'd often get the same kind of fear if I was using the bathroom and I ran out of toilet paper. Well, that's just... Don't know where that's going, but I don't think I want to know. I would think that I'd be stuck on the toilet for the rest of my life, and I legit started crying one day because I thought I was going to die sitting on a toilet without paper. Like, it never occurred to me to just stand up and leave. I had to have toilet paper. I had to have a clean tushy. My mom must have had the weirdest idea about what was going on. Because I would just scream my head off, "Mom! I need toilet paper! Mom!" Just crying my eyes out. This happened more than once, by the way. Ooh. There's a key. There's some music. Why is there music? That's why! Hey, buddy! It's the Burger Demon. Well, he's actually called the Food Demon, but I think Burger Demon is better. Because he's McDonald's. He's the evil soul of Ronald McDonald. His gimmick is that he disappears doors. It's not a huge problem in most areas, because you already know where the doors are by this point, but in some, where there are multiple doors and only one of them will get you out, it can be a problem. He's also ethereal. He can go over pits and through walls. And he's kind of the fastest. Not counting, like, this speedy form of the parasite. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, I didn't go the wrong way. Oh, thank goodness. But he does a lot of damage. He's fast, and nothing can obstruct him. He just sucks. A lot being 45. That seems to be, aside from the freaking 60 damage that not Pyramid Head did, the most that you... Oh, I'm gonna... Yeah. I went too fast in that circle hallway. I should have known better. But no, with regards to him, he's also actually an interesting specimen for Akuma Kira, the maker of the game, in that while Specimen 8, Deer Lord, was in a future game, Specimen 11, the Food Demon, was actually in a previous game. But not a game that Akuma made. It was Little Big Planet. In a custom level made by Kira called 100% Beef Corp. That fast food restaurant and the Food Demon were inside of the level. I don't know what they looked like. I have not looked up footage of it. But just imagining that big old demon in ragdoll form is adorable. And I would totally go for that. I'd have that doll. And it would haunt me to my dying days. But I mean, that's not much different from the way I live now. Damn it. Sometimes I can trick the game into, like... As far as I can tell, there's no actual way to make the door open. There's no method, there's no trick you can do. Nope. It's not you have to go backwards or you have to do a loop or whatever. It's random. You just go until it lets you through. Damn it. And sometimes you will think that you have a method to get through. And then after so many times, it says, nah, you don't actually got it. What do you think you know things? You don't know things. You silly, silly tart. But yeah, Food Demon. He is one of the most dangerous enemies in the game. Like, easily top 3. Oh, another note. I think the effectiveness of the specimens is also something related to the souls of the people they kill somehow. Yeah, it did say that for Specimen 11 he wasn't effective at all because the souls don't remain. Anyway, I'm still alive and strong, but I feel like the inmost cave of my journey lies ahead. I wonder what the antagonist will look like. I hope they're cute. Son, you never want to call this antagonist cute. Just trust me on this. Oh, we got Slimer. My dude, of all of the enemies, you are not the one that is the most threatening right now. I would be more intimidated by Spider-Pede. Alright. 750. What's that, Spooky? Heck yeah. Thank you. Maybe. Ah! My stamina bar is purple. Oh man, stamina that will never run out. Oh, that's nice of her. That's... Wait, why aren't I running? I'm hitting the button. I mean, I can still swing my axe. But... Oh. Oh, maybe Spooky's not the good guy. Oh, no.